So, yeah, this is the one I wanted to watch.
Hello, how's it going, boys? Welcome back to Mogul Mail. Today, we're talking about Twitch. Oh, Ludwig making a Mogul Mail video about Twitch. How new and interesting and exciting. Yeah, I know. I get it. Okay, it's kind of like you looking up your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend's Instagram page. The only difference...
Dad of boy.
I'm paid to be here.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're trending on Twitter today because of a Bloomberg article about changes they're trying to make to their partner program. Changes they're trying to make to become more profitable. All right, it's the key. We'll talk about that later. Let's go over the changes. First one, pretty simple. Incentives for more ads. New tier systems. Don't really know what that means, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
No more exclusivity. Very interesting. All right, because right now, if you're a partner, you can only stream on Twitch. This will open up people to being able to stream on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, which a lot of people believe, and I do too, is a better way to grow overall, just reaching more people. And then the final one is the one I skipped over, which is the new revenue split, 70% to 50%. Now, that number is going down, which is bad for creators. And I, at first, read this, and I was like, okay, new revenue split, 70% in just for your guys' understanding. This is for subs, right? So 70% of a $5 sub is $3.50. Most big creators are currently getting that $3.50. Most of them. Some of them aren't because they kind of stopped giving it out.
No, like, actually, I think that is wrong. Most people are getting 50-50. Some people get $3.50. Most is 50-50. There's no way that most are getting $3.50. There's absolutely no way.
Atriarch, for example, has like 5,000-6,000 subs. He gets the plain old 50-50 sub split because they just kind of stopped giving out the better split. So I thought this was something they've already implemented, which is stopping new creators from getting the 50-50 split. But it turns out they're considering taking people who are currently making 70% for every sub and just slicing it down to 50.
No freaking way.
Which is kind of crazy.
That is
insane. That's a 20% pay cut for thousands of streamers. That's a lot of people who are going to be losing a lot of money. Now, it doesn't really affect people like XQC or Miz who are already set. Okay, they've crossed the threshold of I don't care how much you fucking make.
Like,
it's already too much.
I mean, I suppose it's like
hi Wendy, hi chat, Natsumiii, Natsumiii.
It's like I guess it technically doesn't quote unquote matter, but it's still a pretty big difference. Like, and it's an even more noticeable difference because of their numbers. Whoa, wait. Killer Cappy is paying forward the gift they got from Hokano to the community. Sheesh! Thank you so much, Killer Cappy, for the 10 gifties. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, you! You wanna fight? You wanna fight, buddy? Come here. You wanna fight? I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight this big fur ball. I'm gonna fight you. Now fight. 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 Fight me. Fight. 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 Attack! Belly rub attack! Okay, goodbye.
Too much. Bunch of people in the middle, though. We're just getting kind of slammed. Let's take, for example,
thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome back.
Coney. Coney is a Smash Ultimate commentator and streamer, and he's like 2,000 subs.
Coney.
You make $250 on it, you walk away with about $5,000 before taxes. The taxes are a little bit higher because you're a contract worker. $60K a year.
Coney,
you get that extra dollar, right? $250 to $350. All of a sudden, you're making $7,000 a month. Okay, $84,000 a year. That's looking pretty good. All right, that's a juicy payout. That's a nice job to have, and it makes a big difference for a lot of creators who are just starting to do this full time. So, a lot of people were reasonably upset about this, and a lot of bigger creators were also kind of annoyed at the ad changes, because Twitch viewers hate watching ads. It's not ingrained into the culture at all. If you watch a YouTube video, like maybe one of my videos,
sometimes Ari tries to chomp my leg, and it makes me think, like, what if I take a chomp out of your leg, huh? I'm gonna go feed him bareback. Give me a sec. Come here. Come. Let's go. Come on. Give him a good old chomperoo. Give him a good old chomperoo.
You might notice there's like a lot of ads, like a lot, like every couple minutes. My bad. But most of you guys don't care, and there are studies that show that viewership does not change on YouTube, even with higher ad density. You know, if you're an ad every 5 minutes versus an ad every 3 minutes, people don't really care because it's ingrained in the culture, and the ads are very
that
intrusive.
is true, I
You can
guess.
just immediately hit the skip button.
That's
And Hassan
true.
even talked about this. He said, when I negotiated my contract, I knew this was coming. So I locked in 1 minute of ads per hour. And this is in his bespoke contract because he's a much larger creator. And he's right. That is a very, very low number. I mean, most people are doing triple, quadruple, even quintuple that amount of ads per hour. 1 minute of ad an hour is nothing. I mean, that's a very small amount. And then Pokey tweeted out, IMO, Twitch should implement ads that don't directly interfere with the stream. Sidebar, picture-in-picture, underlay, etc. I understand advertisers are essential to make...
I thought they were testing picture-in-picture. Whatever happened to that? Like, I swear, like, not... Maybe like a year-ish or so ago, they were definitely testing out picture-in-picture, and then they just stopped. We still have that. I don't even know if I've ever... I've maybe seen, like, one picture-in-picture ad, but I feel like that should be their default. Like, the picture-in-picture should be default because it's less invasive. Like, you can still see what's happening on the stream. It's usually when you run the ads, not pre-rolls. Oh, well, but pre-roll... I feel like a lot of pre-roll gets either prevented by turbo or ad block.
Make a platform profitable, but intervening with the viewer's experience isn't how they should go about it. I agree. Let's take a look. All right, this is incognito tab. Let's just boot up XQC stream. I want my Overwatch 2 drops.
Huh.
Unskippable 30-second ad.
That's the
right?
pre-roll, yeah.
You can't see right here. I'll move over. 30-second ad. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing, especially because most people who watch on desktop like to bounce around. You know, you're like, okay, what's XQC doing? Overwatch? Yeah, okay, I'm going to switch over to Mizkiv. And they give you another ad. This is another 30-second ad.
I thought,
even though I watched 15 seconds of the other one, it doesn't matter. I have to watch a full 30-second ad just to switch over to Mizkiv, which is frustrating as hell.
This is just a straight up like regular pre-roll,
and then take this with YouTube, where you have the ad here at the top, and then I want to watch Darman.
My name is Nikki Terranova. I work with United States Veterans.
Hi, Nikki.
You skip after 5 seconds.
Oh wow, that's really cool. I don't give a shit.
We can decorate that last.
And now, since I just watched an ad, I can switch to another video. And they won't serve me another ad. Because the way YouTube works is they know how recently they just served you an ad, and they won't serve you back-to-back ads in a minute because
Hi,
they
Wendy.
know you'll leave the
Love
platform.
you and your
that
streams,
happens. So
Natsu
they
lurking,
very
Natsu lurk, Natsu
intentionally
comfy.
check. You just watch an ad, you don't have to watch another one. That's why a creator can't put an ad every 5 seconds. YouTube won't serve those ads even if they're meant to be there by the creator. Twitch doesn't have that technology yet, which makes it really frustrating. And it makes me pay $9 a month for Twitch Turbo, which, if you don't know, is basically like their YouTube
I paid
Premium.
Twitch Turbo.
It's their ad-free service. Paying $9 for a goddamn ad blocker because I can't get it to work on my mobile phone. I tried to jailbreak it, didn't work. And it's crazy. And it's crazy. And it makes sense. It makes sense because, look, Twitch loses a lot of money. This is their revenue over the past 5 years.
Wait,
and in
they're
2020,
still gaining?
they made $2.3 billion, which is pretty good. And in advertising revenue, they made $750 million. Not bad,
it's going
right?
up.
That was one of the biggest growths they had, and it was during COVID-19. Obviously, a lot more people watching Twitch. YouTube that same year, $120 billion.
Holy.
So we're not really in the same ballpark. But the bigger problem is how much money Twitch is hemorrhaging. I mean, they are burning through money. They have hundreds of engineers who they hire, full-time people, and paying staff is not cheap. What products have Twitch released in the past 6 months to a year that these engineers are working on?
True.
Why do you have so many engineers if it's so bloated and nothing comes out for 9 months? And I've spoken to a lot of high-up product managers at Twitch, and they have great ideas. They're smart people. But it's impossible to get them through. They're not really working like a well-oiled machine. And that's not to even talk about how much money they're losing with Twitch Prime. Are you kidding me? I mean, Twitch Prime's amazing, and it immediately made a lot more people sub count explode and be able to go full-time.
That's true.
And better content came from it. But they lose money on that, right? And you can say marketing spent over and over and over. But eventually, you have to prove it to the big dogs. Twitch will have to prove to Amazon that, oh, these marketing expenses and us losing, millions, if not tens of millions of dollars every month is actually good. This is good for you. And eventually, Amazon won't want to hemorrhage money. They will want to turn profitability, like all Silicon Valley companies must eventually do.
YouTube is not exclusive for live streams.
To be profitable, and that's the same.
I mean, YouTube has more than one form of revenue, right? Like, as in more of one source, because like Twitch is only streams, but YouTube has videos. Like, it has like pre-recorded content that you can stay and put on a channel, and it has like 50 billion times like replayability. Like, there are literally people who like play certain videos to go to sleep every night, or like all that kind of stuff. So there's like a lot more sources to pull advertisements and like revenue from on YouTube. And YouTube is older too, so I don't know. And Twitch is like only streams. I don't think comparing the profit is fair, but I mean, like, I think they're being compared now because YouTube is starting to develop their streaming platform, or streaming side of their platform. Twitch could do the same, but the VOD system is bad. The VOD system, it's like weird. It's like Twitch has the streaming, what do you call it? User interface, like, down. Like, I think when you look at Twitch, you think like, wow, streaming on here is like, it's like cool. It's easy to see stuff. Tia, thank you so much for the 10 gifties. I appreciate it. Thank you. Meanwhile, on YouTube, like, discoverability for streaming is incredibly difficult and non-existent, right? Like, they don't have like the hub to see like every single live streamer who's streaming at the moment, right? You have to go to their YouTube channel and have to know when they're live, at the time that they're live, to even see their stream and click into it. So like, discoverability on YouTube is horrible. So it's like, if you wanted to be a growing streamer on YouTube, I think it's actually close to impossible unless you already had like a pre-existing fan base. I don't think you'd see anything. Yeah, I think it's really hard to compare VOD system to YouTube videos. They are very different. Because like, YouTube also has a VOD system where it's like they record, or they keep track of like, your entire live stream, and then you can keep it on your channel as a video if you would like, which is interesting too. But regardless, it's like YouTube classically was based on pre-recorded content, pre-edited content, and Twitch was made for live streaming only. Like, they were two, like, both of them were built originally on two different concepts. So it's really hard to compare the profit margin. But I mean, like, I feel like YouTube has always had a better profit margin in comparison to live streaming, because there's just so much more opportunity to replay something and then place ads on the same exact video, rewatch it again, blah, blah, blah. Also, they've been vamping their profit margin system for like 20 years. How long has YouTube been around? Like, a long ass time, no? Like, at least like 15 years or more. And they have Google money. That is true.
Problem that companies like Netflix and Uber are currently struggling
Only
with.
2 years longer than Twitch.
And the difference is, this is not a public company that has to report to shareholders, and maybe can stick around a little longer. They have to report to Amazon. So if Amazon one day comes down and is upset, and it's Jeff Bezos, and he's just fuming.
YouTube was established in 2000 and it was registered in 2005. And then Twitch itself as a service launched in 2011. That sounds about right. So YouTube has like 6 years. Justin TV was 2007. Yeah, but like Justin TV was like not really profitable at all. Like that was like its first starting stages, I guess. Like Justin TV was literally just a bunch of people trying to stream. I don't think they're the same. Like Twitch, yeah, Justin TV was kind of YouTube wasn't profitable either. That's true, but that's not what I'm saying though. I'm saying the difference in time. Like I'm saying that the gap there is the years they had to improve their platform for profits. You know what I mean? Like they had like those extra 5-6 years to figure shit out.
Got my paycheck, so Dad, here's a 10 gifted subs for you, Dad. I love a new song.
I think Twitch itself.
Okay, I'm a get ready for work now.
Thank you so much for the 100 bits. YouTube used to be a dating site. Oh shit. I mean, VTubers have grown pretty well on YouTube, no? VTubing is kind of an interesting rabbit hole. Like it's a very niche audience, and it's also like I don't know, it's very interesting. I mean, regardless though, I don't think YouTube is easy to grow as a new streamer on a platform unless, you know what I mean? Like unless you have a whole, this is a funny face to pause on, by the way, I just realized. Like, I don't think your average person who decided to VTube today is gonna make it immediately as a VTuber on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know there are many VTubers who grew, but I'm talking about like if one of you guys in chat suddenly became a VTuber today and started streaming on YouTube today, what are the chances anybody is gonna find you on YouTube without having anything? You know what I mean? Like YouTube is not gonna push you because there's no hub to see that you're streaming at all, right? So you would have to like, I don't know, try to post on social media. Like you would probably have 0 to 5 viewers probably if you even got one. I'm just saying it's really hard. I think most of the people who are VTubers or successful VTubers are probably people who gain traction in some way, or they're part of like a group of like VTubers. They're kind of like a thing. So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah, it's interesting for sure. You wanna go with me? You wanna go out? In or out? What's going on? Oh my god, I don't know. My cats. It's hard on both platforms. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that YouTube doesn't have anything at all designed for streamers, but Twitch obviously developed as a streaming platform, so it is perfected that in and of itself. But isn't the same true for Twitch streamers? No, I'm saying the discoverability. Dude, I feel like I'm experiencing like an episode of The Ultimatum where like the couple is arguing, and then one of the couples was like, do you even hear what I'm saying? Are you even listening to me? And chat's just like, what are you even asking? What are you even trying to say? And I'm just like, but you're not even listening. I'm like having like an argument with my other half right now. I'm like trying to tell you guys something calmly, and then you like ask something and I'm like, hi babe, thanks for the raid. Dude, I finished The Ultimatum today, and it's such a dumpster fire of a show, but it's so hilarious. It's actually the most hilarious thing ever. They're actually all crazy. Okay, let me tell you guys about the show, The Ultimatum. So I started watching this, or I finished a show called The Ultimatum today, right? And it's literally a bunch of couples And they're all just like heterosexual couples, but it's a bunch of couples, and one of the sides, either the guy or the girl, they decided to give the ultimatum. So it's like either we get married or we break up. And shit is so crazy. So basically what happens is like everybody goes there, and then they essentially quote unquote break up, right? And then they're supposed to date the other people's significant others, like the other couples that got there. So they go on like 5 dates or something. They get to know the other couple's like other half. And then they choose one person to live together for 3 weeks as like a trial husband or wife. It's so fucking weird, okay? And then throughout this entire process, like during the dating phase, like they go to places where their significant other is also like going on dates with the other people's significant others, right? And obviously there's like drama, and there's like people being jealous, and people like sitting on the side like, what the fuck is so funny over there, you know? It's just like, and then they start living together, and then a week after they live together, there's like this get together with all the girls and then all the guys, and then the girls will start talking about how like the other girls like boyfriend or girlfriend would get like a boner or something while they're like cuddling or hanging out, and then the other girl's like, oh, it's like, yeah, we did kiss, blah blah, hold hands, blah blah. I'm like, oh my god, this is so fucking weird. And then the guys do the same thing, right? The guys start talking about like, oh, blah blah blah, you know, with this girl and that girl, and I'm like, are you guys serious? Oh, and then like when I listen to them, like, you know, they always have like a portion where they like interview the individual in front of the camera, and the girls and the guys are always like, yeah, you know, like I came into this like just thinking like this would really help us, you know, it would. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You really thought that this will help you? Oh, and then they show all the arguments, right? They show all the arguments of the couples, and they are just so psychotic. Like all of them are psychotic. They're actually all crazy. They're like, baby, I really love you. And then it's like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there was like this one couple. Sorry, spoilers. But there's this one couple that the guy was like giving the girl an ultimatum because she's like, I don't want kids. And the guy was like, I want like 4 kids, right? And then after like the dating phase, like at the table, she was about to choose one of the guys to spend 3 weeks with. The guy literally gets up and proposes to her on the spot, and she accepted. Like, what? Like, they didn't even work through the problem about like whether they would have kids or not, because she clearly doesn't want a single kid and he wants like a billion kids, and that was supposed to be his deal breaker. But all of a sudden he gets up and proposes to her, and she said yes. Like, number one, like the fact that he even proposed, that's like one crazy shit already. Second thing, she said yes. Shit is crazy. Okay, and then this other girl, she was like, this other girl was like, I can't be with him anymore. There's no way. It's like, how much or how little would I respect myself if I chose to be with this guy, right? So then at the very end, the guy proposes to her and she said yes. Dude, it's so crazy to me. Like, literally every couple had these insane amount of problems, and like they would like film their arguments and them like walking out, and they're just like cussing, and they're like, I can't believe, like, what the fuck do you want from me, blah 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 blah, like really toxic arguments. And then at the end they decided to be together anyways and get married. Sorry, it's insane. It was so entertaining, but it was so crazy to me. I'm just like, damn, crazy people really do exist in the world right here. Like these five couple of people right here, crazy, all of them. Crazy with crazy. Nice match. All right, let's continue this.
And going, Twitch has to respond, and they have to have some plan. And I think that's why they've made all these changes. That's why they want more ads for every streamer, because ads are a more scalable way for profitability.
Yeah, they're so
that's why they want to reduce the amount of money they're blowing and losing on subscribers. And maybe there's a day where they remove Twitch Prime. They know internally that doing that
not
is
my primers.
Like fire bells ringing. You know, this is okay with a little dog sitting around fire meme. It wouldn't go over well. And I'll leave you off with this. Hey, nothing like my boss Lester coming in here. This is one of the heads of gaming on YouTube. Lots coming to YouTube Gaming next 2 weeks.
I love you,
also,
Wendy.
PSA,
Thank you for making
YouTube's
my
rev
day with
share.
your content.
Aw, thank you, Nadia. Thank you for the 2 months. PSA that YouTube's rev share across fan funding features super and memberships remain 70/30, and our YouTube partner program doesn't require any form of content exclusivity.
Cross fan funding features, supers, memberships remains 70/30. Interesting. Now, I'll admit that I do think that right now, if you're a new creator and you don't get a deal from a platform, Twitch has a lot more to offer, just in discoverability. Even though it's not the best discoverability platform, it's still better than YouTube Gaming.
Yep.
Because Lord knows when I go to
That's what I
YouTube.com, and I scroll down here, like I always do, scroll down on the left and click live. This, whoops. This isn't great. This isn't the greatest thing of all time, right? Like
Wait, they
Nora
have
Jones. Why are they? This is one human. Okay, there's Doc. That's someone who should be in like the like-minded group of streamers, of gaming streamers that I should be watching.
Oh, I didn't even know there was this.
But it's impossible.
Wait, this is insane. I didn't know they had this. Wait, I had no idea they had this at all. Like, until today. This is news to me. This is actual news to me. I thought it was way harder to look for shoes, but okay, I mean, I guess they do have something. This shit should be at the top. Like, it should definitely be at the top. Like, why is it all the way down here? There's no way I would find this. I literally don't scroll in this bar. I don't scroll. Why don't they have it up here? Like home streams or home live? No? I feel like that would make so much more sense to me. Like if they just put it over here or even under subs, like right here. Like I don't scroll. You know what I assume when I look at this? I see this, right? And I see my subscriptions. I just imagine I keep scrolling and it'll just be a list of subs. Like, look, I have like, you know, this much more. What if I press this? You'll never be able to discover anything. There's no way. It's just all subs.
It's all a mess. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna wait here for this Jake Paul stream, and hang out with Janice and Colton. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, boys. If you haven't, can you subscribe? All right. We keep getting more viewers on videos than we have subscribers, and it would be cool if